As tensions escalate in the Middle East following Iran's unprecedented assault on Israel, the United Kingdom, the United States, and their allies are racing to prevent a broader conflict from erupting in the region. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has urged for calm as U.S. President Joe Biden cautioned against retaliatory strikes by Israel in response to Iran's attempted drone and missile attacks, which represent a significant escalation in the ongoing proxy conflict between the two nations. In a high-stakes diplomatic effort, Sunak joined other G7 leaders for urgent discussions aimed at averting what they described as a potentially uncontrollable regional escalation triggered by Iran's assault on Israeli territory. Throughout the day, British Foreign Secretary Lord Cameron engaged in intensive diplomatic outreach, seeking to defuse tensions amidst growing concerns over the global ramifications of Iran's direct attack on Israel. The international community anxiously awaits Israel's response, with Israeli officials indicating their intention to retaliate at an opportune moment. Despite the attempted strikes, which were largely thwarted thanks to coordinated efforts by RAF warplanes and other allies, including the U.S., to intercept Iranian projectiles, the situation remains highly volatile. British government sources emphasized that the involvement of British Typhoons in the interception efforts was aimed at de-escalating tensions, highlighting the potential catastrophic consequences had Iran's attacks succeeded. Sunak reiterated the significance of maintaining regional stability, emphasizing the UK's unwavering support for Israel and the broader security of the region, crucial for ensuring domestic security. Meanwhile, Cameron has been engaged in dialogue with regional counterparts, urging Iran to halt its reckless actions and pursue de-escalation measures. Tory party Deputy Chairman Rachel McLean underscored the importance of ongoing diplomatic efforts to prevent further escalation, stressing that the ultimate goal is to mitigate tensions and protect the interests of affected nations' residents. Amidst these diplomatic maneuvers, the G7 leaders issued a joint condemnation of Iran's attack, expressing full solidarity with Israel and warning against the destabilizing impact of further escalation. While refraining from explicitly urging Israel to refrain from retaliation, the leaders emphasized the need to work towards stabilizing the situation and avoiding further escalation. The European Council President echoed calls for restraint from all parties involved, emphasizing the imperative of preventing the conflict from spiraling out of control. As diplomatic efforts intensify, reports emerge of U.S. President Biden advising Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu against military reprisals, urging him to leverage the successful defense against Iran's attack to bolster international support amid mounting scrutiny over Israeli actions in Gaza. Despite pledges of support for Israel's defense, U.S. officials affirm that they will not participate in any retaliatory actions, emphasizing Israel's desire to protect itself without seeking significant escalation with Iran. In the midst of these developments, UK ministers view Iran's attack as validation of their decision to maintain arms sales to Israel, despite allegations of misconduct in Gaza. As calls for action against Iran mount, Labour's shadow Foreign Secretary David Lammy urges the government to consider imposing sanctions on the drones used in the attack, signalling a potential escalation of punitive measures against Iran. As the situation continues to unfold, the international community remains on edge, grappling with the urgent need to defuse tensions and prevent further escalation in the volatile region.